check this out. This is not just a simple toothbrush holder. This is actually one of the first things that I designed on my own. It wasn't somebody else's design that I was just simply printing. It was something that I actually made. Yeah, it's rather plain and simple. It does have a few things about it that I think makes sense. Like I made a well to capture the water in that would run off the toothbrush, and there's a little grate that the toothbrush sits on that allows that water to flow into the well, which will eventually evaporate. You know, I always hate it when you pick up a toothbrush that has a handle that's been sitting in a pool of water. You know, you have no idea what's in that water other than all sorts of nasty bacteria and other undesirable things. So I wanted to build something better. But that's not the important thing about the toothbrush holder. The importance of the toothbrush holder is that once I completed the design and the printing of it, I'd gone from somebody that owned a 3D printer that printed stuff to being a maker or a creator. It was also at that point that I understood that that is what my channel needed to be about, making stuff. So now I've returned to the original design for the toothbrush holder, and I guess you could say I want to do something of a makeover. I want to see what I can come up with now that I have more experience with making things. I'll tell you up front, I didn't expect one aspect of this makeover that will become apparent as you see the finished product. So let's jump into my design book and I'll walk you through some of the thoughts that I have on this makeover. All right, I've come to the print room to talk about the design changes that I want to make to the toothbrush holder. So let me dive in here to my design book and talk about these changes that I want to make. So first off, the design that I have here is pretty solid. I mean, with the drain and all that and the reservoir to capture the drainage from the toothbrush, that's pretty solid. What's missing from the design though is I can't retrieve the grate from it. So if I need to clean it, that's a challenge. And then the other thing is it's kind of boring. I mean, it's just a big blue blob. So I thought maybe I could go about making some sort of change to it to kind of dress it up a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is address the grate. And I want to make it so that I can actually retrieve the grate from the toothbrush holder, you know, so that I can clean it or maybe replace it or something like that. The other thing that I want to do is dress this up and make it a little bit more interesting. So my thought here is that what I would do is print this in two pieces as far as the main column goes. That I would do kind of an outer shell, I guess you could say. And then within that outer shell, cut a pattern in it, some random pattern that would add a different kind of detail or look to the toothbrush holder. And then I would print an inner kind of shell piece or whatever you want to call it that would be printing it in different color that would show off kind of the, I don't know, that pattern a little bit better. From that design, I would have three components that would make up the print. The outer shell, which includes the well, the grate, and the inner sleeve that will result in adding some color to the overall design. Also, doing these in separate pieces would cut down on the amount of waste and material that I was using for printing. The only thing left to do is to assemble it, which, heads up, it's rather noisy. Grate goes in pretty simple, but this sleeve, that is loud and scratchy. But fortunately, you only need to do it once. As I mentioned, there was something that I did not take into account or expect when I came up with the design, and it really didn't become apparent until I did a print of the outer shell in a marble filament. I realized afterwards that I'd created a toothbrush holder that can now be customized to match the decor for somebody's bathroom or whatever somebody's personal style might be. I totally wasn't expecting that. All right, so I need to end the video here. It's been way too long that I've been without a toothbrush holder, and yeah, I'm been missing it. So hopefully you got something out of this makeover. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. So I'll leave you with this. Follow your dreams as they will take you places unexpected and amazing.